Hello everyone, and welcome back to a brand new video. And in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys the best tips and tricks to being the pro player at a Dusty trip. Let's get right into the video. So what you guys are going to want to do is, instead of building this car right here, you're actually going to want to head onto the back of the house where a van is located. Right here, here's the van. And the reason why you want to use this is because during your journey, you're going to be having to collect a lot of things. And the car, it's pretty small and most things will not fit in the car. So that's why you need to use the van, so that way if you need to pick up like guns, food, or anything else, you can just put it right on here or right on top up here. And yeah, it would just make things a whole lot easier, and you just have way more space. The next thing you want to do is, suppose you place the wheel and it gets stuck into the floor, all you have to do is just pick it up again and then and just replace it, and it should work just fine. And another thing, guys, do not use these bumpers right here or this little part for the car. They're for some reason glitched, and if you put them on, it'll just break your whole car. So I highly do not recommend using these parts right here. Instead, only use what is necessary. Like right here, the hood, this is okay, you can use this. Now, if you're using the van, the engine can be kind of difficult to place, because if you go over here and you tap and you sit down, you can't place the engine. So what you're going to do is you want to press you really want to get like super close to the car. And then like you just gotta like push, and then see how it says tap to place, you put it in, and boom. This piece right here, you can put this over the engine if you want. I don't think you need it. It isn't really necessary, but if you want to use it, you can. There's something you never want to do. Once you have filled up the car right here, has gas, never take off this wheel, because if this wheel falls off, I'll show you guys right now. If this wheel falls off, we can just like take it out, and this could happen really easily, especially with lightning. Lightning could cause it to fall off. The gas is leaking out. That is not good. Like, we just lost a whole liter of gas. So make sure that your back tire is always on. That is why sometimes if you get struck by lightning, you just stop moving. Most likely your tires are gone and gas is actively leaking out. Now, another thing that you will need to bring is food. As you can see, there's this loaf of bread right here. Now, some food give you more hunger than others. Like this piece of bread will give you a lot of food, so you should put it on your car. But as you can see in the bottom left hand corner, as I've been building the car, I've actually been losing hunger, which is why you want to grab food last. Because right here, you have a banana and an apple. So what you want to do is grab the apple and eat it, because apples are much harder to weld onto the car than bananas. Either way, you might as well just eat the apple. And guys, the next thing, there is actually a burger up here in the attic, which is right over here. This gives you a ton of hunger, so you should definitely save it. It is definitely something you are going to want to use. And if you come down here in the basement, there is actually another onion right here. And in this onion, like the apple, you should just eat it right then and there. Now, for cleaning your car, this is completely optional. Your car will still function, but if you do want it to look better, you can just use a sponge and press on it. And yeah, eventually it'll just become a lot cleaner. There we go. But this is not necessary. You do not have to do this. This is totally optional. Alright guys, so we'll just start the car. Start the engine. Remember to pull this brake lever right here. Remember to pull it down. Now, as you guys can see here, I'm currently driving through a sandstorm. Now, you should be perfectly fine in a sandstorm. It will definitely push your car a little bit, but you'll be perfectly fine as long as you have your doors on. If your doors are closed and you have them and they're secure, the sandstorm should be no problem. It will just move your car a little bit, but overall, you should be perfectly fine. Just remember, if your doors are gone, like if you lost your door somehow, then you might be screwed. Also, I am upside down. So as you can see right here, guys, I flipped upside down. And there is actually a way to prevent it. See, so I purposely made sure that I would flip, so that way I can show you guys this special hack to make sure this does not happen to you. Alright guys, so once your car is finished being built, Here's exactly how to make it so your car will not flip. What you do is you'll grab one of these wooden planks right over here. You'll bring it over, and you'll put it on the side, sort of like an airplane wing. It might take a little bit because they're kind of weird, but after some tries, eventually you should get it. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It could, as long as it's mostly on, it should work perfectly fine. So as you can see, this right here, this works perfectly fine. It should keep you from tipping over. So yeah, guys, make sure to put the boards on each side. And there is one last thing you have to do. As you can see, there is this big can right here. You're gonna want to take this and actually put it on your roof, because sometimes the pieces of wood don't always work perfectly. But if you just take this can out, it should work just fine if you just put it right up here. And that should most likely prevent you from flipping over. Now there is one more thing you guys should know, is that find a big piece of wood and actually place it on the back of your car. Now I'll show you exactly why later in the video. Actually, no, this one might be a little too big. I don't know, just find a big piece of wood and make sure it's kind of straight. And if it makes it a little bit easier, you can also just place it right here on this side. So as you can see, I kind of got it down. We might have to change it a little bit, make it a little bit lower, but for now that should work. Now guys, when you guys are driving, since you do have the pieces of wood on you, make sure to avoid any tall rocks, because tall rocks will just make it a lot more difficult. And the pieces of wood are just temporary. Later, once we find more items, we can put something better on, but the wood is just temporary for right now. Alright, so as you guys can see, we just arrived at a shop. Now, you might be wondering if you might not really have much money, but you can actually get a lot of the things here for free. Now, maybe if these pieces weren't here, these rocks, it would be a little bit easier, but I'll try my best. But usually, there won't be any, rocks in the way, and you could just back up into the shop. And this is exactly what the first piece of wood is for. Alright, so once you got this piece of wood into the shop, what you're going to want to do is see anything that you want and put it on the piece of wood. Now, it cannot cross this line, or else you will get shot and die. So as you can see right here, there's some gas. We could definitely use that. So we're going to go over here and carefully place it. Make sure it does not cross the line. And, we could get an AK. Oh, careful. Hold that on. Alright, well, it's getting awfully close. I don't think there's anything else in here that we truly need. I mean, the rocket launcher, yeah, we don't really need it. So what you want to do now is you want to get into your car and basically drive away. Now, you will get shot at a little bit, but it's okay. As long as you just drive away a little bit, and then you just stop the car again. So what you're going to do, you just want to drive for a little bit until they stop shooting your car. This should be good enough. You can, park right here. And look, we got all this free stuff. All this free loot. We got an AK right here, which we can now strap onto the car. And we got some more gas. So yeah, it's a pretty good strategy. So guys, once you see a building like this, it's like a garage. This is the kind of building that you're going to want to stop at, because they usually have the best loot. So what you want to do is you're going to stop here, and if you don't have a gun, it's okay. You could just go in and grab something really quick. But luckily, I got a gun from stealing. So yeah, I could just kill all these mutants in here. And there you go. So once you kill the mutants, you can go inside and basically just take all of the loot. And also, guys, as you can see, my hunger is low, so we will also be eating. Because the last thing you want to do is die of hunger. So yeah, before we go in, let's just fuel up. Okay, never mind. So our food is gone, but it's fine. There should be some food in here. So yeah, usually these are full of food. You have to look around a little bit. Like whipped cream. Oh, there we go. See? Like a candy bar right there. And yeah, so that is one of the risks. If you do get shot, you will lose some of the things on your car, but I say it's not that big of a sacrifice, because usually these are packed with food. Like, I'm already at max food. So yeah, look, what you're going to do now is look at these gas cans. You're going to want to take them and see what's inside. See, this has gas, so we can take it, and we'll put it in our car. So there's another gas can right here. Let's see what's in it. So we got water and diesel. We don't really need that since they're both mixed. We don't need them. We got more gas, so we'll just take that. Okay, wait, right now there is a sandstorm. This can happen sometimes, so we will just be waiting in the car until this sandstorm passes. So, that's just water and diesel. Let's use in this one. More gas. Okay, good, we could use that. And yeah, another thing you want to look out for is bottle caps. Bottle caps is like the currency in the game. So if you see some, just pick them up, and yeah, you can use them. Well, guys, so one final thing, you can grab some of these parts in here and use them as wooden boards. But yeah, that does end today's tutorial. I really hope that this was helpful. And yeah, if you thought this was helpful, consider subscribing. I'll make more content like this. And yeah, so I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.